Well, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are around the world, to my Facebook fanatics. This is your man, Pastor Raffy, coming at you live with another Facebook Live word of encouragement. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. So for today's topic, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you guys to really think about what I'm asking you. What will it take for you to deny Jesus? I want you to go to John chapter 18, and we're going to look at verse 15. And this is when Peter first denied Jesus. And this is when they take Jesus to Annas. And so basically, they take Jesus inside. Peter stands outside at the door, and there's a little girl working that front door. And she asked him in verse 17, "You are not one of his disciples, are you?" The girl at the door asked Peter. And he replied, "I am not." That's the first time he denied Jesus. And then Peter goes to warm himself. And check this out in verse 25. As Simon Peter stood warming himself, he was asked, "You are not one of his disciples, are you?" And Peter again, he denied it, saying, "I am not." One of the high priest's servants, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, challenged him. "Didn't I see you with him in the olive grove?" Again, Peter denied it. And at that moment, a rooster began to crow. The reason why I'm bringing this up today is because what will it take for you to deny Jesus? What circumstance can be thrown at you that will turn your life in such a turmoil and a riffraff to where you will deny Jesus? Because let me tell you something right now. Whatever it takes for Satan, whatever thing he can throw at you to make you deny Jesus, I can promise you, Satan's going to throw it at you. Whatever you can imagine right now, you say, well, if my wife died, I will stop serving Jesus because that woman was a good woman. Or if I lost all my money, I will never serve Jesus again. Or if my child got murdered or killed, I will never serve Jesus again. Whatever you say, or whatever you think, whatever you believe, or whatever thing that can be thrown at you that'll make you want to turn your back on Jesus, I can promise you, Satan will eventually throw it at you. Because there's not anything that he will do to put an end to your relationship with God. He'll do anything. And you got to be wise about your life. And that's why you got to make up your mind that neither height nor depth, nor life or death, nor things temporal or things to come will turn you away from Jesus. You got to lock yourself in so hard with Jesus that no matter what the devil throws at you, no matter what life throws at you, you'll never turn your back on him. Even if you got cancer, don't turn your back on him. Even if they shot and killed your beloved relative, don't turn your back on him. Even if the pastor betrayed you, slept with your spouse, ran off, don't betray Jesus. I'm begging you today that whatever the situation is, whatever happens in your life from this day forward, make up your mind that I won't betray Jesus. That you won't betray Jesus. That none of us will betray Jesus. Even if they gave you $1 million, don't betray Jesus. I want you to get to a position in your life that the devil and everybody around you knows that no matter what happens to me, I'm not going to turn my back on Jesus. Because this is what I'm going to tell you. Satan will keep throwing things at you because he thinks if I do this to him, he'll quit. Just like Peter. I got Peter to deny him. I can get these guys to deny him. But once Satan gets the picture that you're not going to deny him, that you're not going to deny Jesus, Satan eventually just give up and move on to something else. That's just how it is. Last night I was filling up a brother's car. The Lord said, hey, put some gas in your brother's car, brother in the Lord. And so I went to the gas tank, started filling up the gas tank, and the gas line exploded. Started spraying gas everywhere. I'm yelling at my man, get out the car, it's going to blow. I mean, it was scary, and he jumps out the car and we run and try to tell everybody to shut off the gas pumps and everything. And at that moment, this sense of awe came over my brother. And just in case you want to know who this brother is, it was Pastor Charles Scott. A sense of awe came over and he looked at me. He said, Raph, the devil's trying to kill me. And I'm like, you think so? But rather than Charles turn his back on Jesus, all the hardship that this young man has gone through, all the betrayals that this man has gone through, and a lot of you guys who are in OMI or around this area, y'all know the story. He still will not turn his back on Jesus. There's a young girl, who's gone through all kinds of turmoil, instability, everything you can imagine. Satan has thrown everything he can at this girl. And yet this young lady made up her mind, I'm not going to turn my back on Jesus. See, I want you guys to understand that being a Christian is not an easy walk. Being a Christian is not name it, claim it, blab it, grab it. I mean, I love Joel Osteen. When I get discouraged, I'll listen to Joel Osteen with a grain of salt. But I got to remember, it's not always about me having a good life. I'll listen to Kenneth Copeland speak the words of faith from time to time just to hear what he's talking about. But I got to remember, it ain't got nothing to do with my faith, because the Bible says even when I was faithless, God was still faithful or full of faith. God doesn't need my faith or your faith. He just wants us to be obedient. And you got to get to the point, people, that you understand that this life isn't always about you. There's a bigger monster at play, and his name is Satan. And you're just a pawn in this battle between life and death, heaven and hell. Because Satan's time is short. And he knows his time is short. And you are created in God's image. And no matter who you are or where you are, he hates your guts. Let me talk to the witches real quick. Witches, voodoo doctors, and all you people practicing the occultic gifts and witcheries and all that junk. I'm going to ask you a question. Come here for a second. Do you think for 1 minute that the Prince of Darkness will listen to a commandment from a being that he hates with all his heart? Because I know some of you witches been out there trying to do your incantations, trying to command demons and everything to do your bidding. Are you stupid? Satan don't like you. You think if Satan wouldn't listen to God, what makes you think he's going to listen to you? That's the truth. Satan is rebellious by nature, people. He's not going to listen to you. The only thing that Satan's going to listen to is when the believer stands up and says, in the name of Jesus, you need to get out. And then at that time, Satan must obey. But it's not because of you or anything you have in you as far as your faith. Oh, I got faith in the devil. Listen, no. Satan ain't afraid of your little skinny butt. Satan's afraid of that 6 foot tall, 20,000 tall angel standing behind you that's saying, listen to this young man. He said, go, you better go, because I got my boys behind me. We're going to kick you out if you don't walk out peacefully. And that's just how this game works. So I want you guys to really contemplate this week where you are in your relationship with God. How solid are you with your walk with Christ? Especially you young people out there. As long as everybody likes you, you're good. But the moment you get that one hater, or that moment your mama yells at you, or that moment something doesn't work out, or your boyfriend dumps you, or whatever happens, will you turn your back on Jesus then? Listen up, young folk. I'm going to just tell you right now. Satan will use your boyfriend, your girlfriends, and all the Tom, Dick, and Harrys all around you to screw you up, to turn you away from Jesus. All the grown folk will say amen, because I got them saying amen right now. Because that's how he operates. He will do anything he can to make you deny him. Well, golly, Raph, I go to youth group and I got a nice boyfriend. He loves God and we go to church together and we're going to get married someday. And then he finds somebody else and leaves you at the curb. And then what happens? Oh, I don't love God no more because this man called himself a Christian. He ran out on me and cheated on me with another woman. I'll never trust another man again. Satan has accomplished his task. Let me tell you a secret about Satan. He's come to do three things, people. Kill, steal, destroy. First, let's talk about killing. Satan's number one objective is to kill you. Make no qualms about it. Satan's number one objective is to kill you or have you killed. If you think I'm lying, go to the graveyard and look at all the young people that died in gun violence and all kinds of drug overdoses and all kinds of foolishness because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, hanging out with the wrong Negroes. Yeah, I'm saying Negroes as in Spanish, so don't try to call me racist. I know how some of you guys are. But you know what I'm trying to say. Hanging out with the wrong folk, their life ended. So Satan's number one job is to kill you. Hey, what about this abortion thing? That's Satan's number one job, people, to kill. So he'll kill babies. He'll even kill old people with this euthanasia stuff. His primary objective, God then told you Satan's number one job, goal, purpose, function, the main thing this guy wants to do is to kill you. That's why you always have to be alert. Whenever I drive down the street, I drive 3 cars ahead, 3 cars back, and 4 cars to my left and right, because I'm not giving the devil any opportunity to take me out without a fight. Ask my wife. I'm just like that. I know there's certain things I will not do. And it's not because I'm afraid, it's because I'm not stupid. Because Satan will use some other idiot to take me out. So there's certain amusement park rides I won't get on that's controlled by somebody that's like, if Satan just says, hey, do this real quick or get some distracted, that's my life. There's other things I won't do. I'm not going to jump out of an airplane. Not that I'm afraid to jump out of an airplane. But I wouldn't at this point in time in my life because I know Satan will probably get a hold of the guy packing my parachute to screw something up, and then it'd be my parachute that won't open. So I'm not giving the devil the opportunity to kill my butt. And if he ever does kill me, I can guarantee you I didn't go down without a fight. I can promise you. I'm not going down without a fight. So the second thing that Satan has come to do, remember the first thing is to kill. The next thing he's come to do is steal. See, if the devil can't kill you, then he's going to try to steal from you. He's going to try to take your joy. He's going to try to steal things around you, steal your joy, steal your wife, steal your peace, steal your happiness, he just try to steal everything. That's just what he does. But I can't kill him, so I'm going to take everything he's got. So if you got a job and you lost your job, okay, that means Satan failed at number one. So good, you're still alive. You're still alive. But he took your job. Now you ain't got money. Now what you gonna do? Well, golly, Raph, now you say it, he did try to kill me a couple, whatever. Yeah, and he couldn't kill you, so now he's going to try to steal everything you got. You know, you got your car repossessed, got your house repossessed or burned down. Oh, yeah, Satan gets vicious. And then if he can't steal anything, then he's going to try to destroy you. What do you mean, destroy me, Raph? I mean, ain't killing, destroying? No. Let me tell you how Satan tries to destroy you. He knows that the moment you became a Christian, you told everybody else that you were a Christian, and you've been sharing your faith with everybody else. So his last final objective is to make you an ineffective Christian. Water down your testimony, get you so weak-kneed to where you become a disgrace to the body of Christ. So he'll start doing things like, hey, getting you around people that says, hey, it's okay for you to smoke that dope. It's okay for you to go ahead and drink that liquor. As long as you don't get drunk, it's okay. I mean, he'll do things to water down your walk with him and get things involved. Oh, you can listen to that secular music that's talking about bumping, thumping, grinding, and cheating, and I got a tear in my beer because I'm crying for you, dear. You know, yeah, it's okay. Listen to that stuff, man. Yeah, oh, it's nothing. Sure, it's just music. Oh, get you to watch those rated R flicks where people are killing one another. It's okay. It's fine. I watch those horror movies and those slasher films where people getting their heads chopped off. It's fine. It's okay. See, Satan's whole purpose is to get that junk in your head because he knows if he can get inside of here and get you to change how you live your life, he knows he can make you an ineffective Christian and destroy your testimony. That's what that little imp has come to do. He wants to make you an ineffective Christian. He wants to point you out to God. Say, hey, God, remember that Christian? Remember that guy that said he's going to follow you all the rest of his life? Well, look at him now. I got him in the club, grinding up against that girl. Look at him. I got him drinking that liquor. He getting drunk and don't even know it. Yeah, I got him in that movie theater right now, watching that slasher film. When you look at, I got you, God. I got him. And God's like, did I not tell my people, love not the world, 1 John, neither the things that are in the world. For all that is in the world is the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. See, we've been called out. Come ye out from among them and be ye separate. We've been called out from among the world to live a separate life. We're not to live like the world. So let's say you're gay. The moment you gave your life to Christ, you're born again, and you must choose at that point to die to your gayness and live your life wholly for Jesus. If you are an alcoholic, a whoremonger, a club thumper, a booty chaser, you are called at this moment in time when you gave your life to Jesus to consecrate your life in holiness and live your life for Jesus. See, nobody wants to talk about holiness anymore because it's spooky. Without holiness, you're not going to heaven. Holiness is a lifestyle that you must live on this earth. It doesn't mean you got to wear your hair in a bun. It doesn't mean you got to wear a skirt. I'm going to tell you something about them skirts. My mom used to crack these jokes, but my mom she was telling the truth. She said, Raph, all these holiness preachers telling these women to wear skirts. She's like, Raph, what is it easy to get up in, pants or a skirt? I was like, you got a point, mama. So it ain't about them skirts. It's about your lifestyle. It's about what's in your head. It's what's coming out your mouth. It's what's in your heart. Because you can't fool God. And you can call yourself a Christian all you want. And you can live in any kind of lifestyle you want. But when the time comes and you die and you stand before God, I can promise you this. he will tell you, I don't know you. Get out of my face and go to hell. This exact. He said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Where are they going to be departed to? The lake of fire, people. Come on. This is not a game. Either you're going to live for God or you're going to just go to hell. I wish there was a middle ground, but there's not. You don't have time to play games. The end times is here. You're witnessing revelations unfold before your eyes. You're witnessing everything that Jesus said was going to happen. It's happening. And he's not coming back this year or next year. There's still a lot more things that needs to be fulfilled. But if you think for 1 minute that God has forgotten his promises and his word and his commandments, and you get to go ahead and tiptoe through the tulips and live the lifestyle that you think you should live because you got freedom to live what you want to live, and God's going to love me. Oh yeah, God's going to love you. He loves all of us. But like a good God, like a good father. See, some of you guys never had a good father. And maybe that's why y'all kind of jacked up in the head about God the Father. Because maybe your father let you get away with murder. Maybe your father let you do things you shouldn't have done. Maybe your father wasn't there. And so you really don't know what a good father is. Let me tell you what a good father is. A good father sees a child that's doing wrong and will love that child enough to spank him or discipline him or kick that person out because that person ain't going to do right. See, that's what a good father does. And see, God's a perfect father. And he'll love you through your sin. And he will give you every opportunity to repent of your sins. But there's going to come a point in time that once your life is gone, once that breath, your last breath leaves your body, you will stand before a holy God. And he's going to open up the books, the Bible, and he's going to judge you by this book. And the Bible warns the church, judgment will start in the house of God first. So all you preachers, bishops, pastors, apostles, and whatever you want to call yourselves out there, who don't want to stand up and speak against sin, God's got your number. You're not fooling God. See, what will it take for you to deny Jesus, preacher? Is that money that guy's putting in your offering plate? That 3,000 member church you got? You'll deny Jesus so you can have that big church and them big people and them big numbers and that big worship and all that big stuff? God's got your number because judgment will start in the house of God first. And it's already begun. And let me warn you people who go to these churches where pastors are denying Jesus, maybe not with their preachy soft words, but they're denying Jesus in their character. They'll preach one thing and live another. Or they won't preach against certain things. Or they'll see a political figure that's not doing right, and they won't say anything because, oh yeah, that political figure, he gives a little bit of money to my church. What will it take for you to deny Jesus? And let me tell you something. God's not blind, God's not dumb, and God's not stupid. He sees everything. You can try to justify it in your heart. Well, Lord, you know that I'm really struggling with this, and Lord, I know you're going to forgive me, but I just got to do this because I got to get. And God's like, no, you don't. You're denying me. And so we come to the point in this video where I'm about to close. And I'm just going to ask you, what will it take for you to deny Jesus? What has Satan really got to do to you to just break you in half and just make you want to quit? What does Satan got to do to take you and just break you to the point to where I can't take it no more, God. I got to quit. I can't do it no more. What does he have to do? I'm going to close with this. whatever it takes for Satan to break you and to make you deny Jesus, I can promise you he's going to do it.